Hey friends, I'm Greg and welcome to this review of the ENO Skylite Hammock. I want to give a shout out to Christine Roy on Unsplash for this awesome green screen of the Grand Canyon. I thought it was a little more interesting than my backyard. I'm going to stand up and hook up this hammock to demonstrate for you, and I'll be out of most of the shot, but I want you to get a good look at all the goodness in this hammock. It weighs in at 2 pounds. So not an ultralight. It's about twice the size of a Nalgene water bottle, you know, those fatty ones. This is about 15 or 16 inches long, 4.5 inches thick, and comes in with this handy little drawstring bag on top. But now, check it out. It comes with these aluminum spreader bars in 3 sections that are fairly beefy and durable. And then the hammock is marked with little red tabs at each end to show you where exactly they're supposed to connect. You'll see that the ends of the hammock are marked with little red tabs where the spreader bar is supposed to connect, and pockets that the spreader bar threads through to keep it in proper position. Little plastic tabs on the ends of the hammock spreader bar keep that in place, and then there's this little spacer on the top that keeps that from riding up the am steel or whatever this is. Now you'll see here that there's a little toggle, aluminum toggle, that comes with it. So this is designed to work with ENO's Helios strap or other types of whoopee sling suspension systems, but there's room to actually run a traditional carabiner through there if that's what you need to set it up. The spreader bars are the same length, so it doesn't matter if you mix and match those, and the hammock is the same width at the top and the bottom, so that won't matter either. Then we'll have it set up. Now, on each end of the hammock, bug netting is a shock cord with a hook that just hooks right below that toggle into its own handy loop to create some spacing to keep the bug net pulled up. Then you've got dual entry zippers. Now this is some special proprietary no-seam bug netting. And if I had a gripe about how this is set up, it would simply be that the zipper doesn't run all the way down toward what I'm going to call the foot end of the hammock. I think it would be a better design if it actually wrapped around and you could pull this bug net totally off. But as it is, it opens up fairly nicely, and it's got some toggles and loops that will let you pull that back and hold it largely out of the way. So because it doesn't come fully out of the way, I wouldn't say this was a great hammock for just kicking back and lounging with this setup. However, you can flip it over upside down and lay on the bottom of it just the same once you disconnect the bug net suspension. There it is. All right, now getting into the nitty-gritty. Inside, you'll see you've got several seams that create sort of a cross shape underneath you with this 40D ripstop nylon that looks like a kind of a triangular hex pattern, and then some Y shapes at the end are sewn in, I guess to give it the contour that you'd want for really comfortable hanging. But I like this hammock because it's the same width all the way across. It's 7 feet from end to end and 3 feet across. So your traditional hammock, or not your hammock, but your camping sleeping pad should fit right in there. And so that's the whole deal. It's a super flat hang. And just like any spreader bar hammock, they don't recommend that you pull on the bars to situate yourself in the hammock, but rather that you use the webbing along the sides to help get yourself comfortable. Yeah, and so there's the setup. And if I undo these little toggles that I so painstakingly put in, then you can see I can reach up and zip this one down. There are on the interior of the hammock 2 pockets, one at the head, which are great for my eyeglasses or my wallet or whatever. And it's, I don't know, maybe a foot long and 3.5 or 4 inches deep. And then there's another hammock pocket on the side opposite the entry that's half again as long. That might be good for your paperback or whatnot. But I love that this keeps the bug netting up off of my face. I don't have to do the whole diagonal thing to get comfortable in here. It's just a really comfy way to hang out. Now you'll notice too that the sides of the hammock have these catenary cuts, these curves, that actually give you exceptional visibility when you're inside the hammock. Unlike my gathered in hammocks, where there's always one side that's really high and one side that's low, depending on how you're angled in the hammock. This one actually opens up pretty far. So, you know, I can swing this back and tie this off and roll out and do something on the ground. But really, it would be a lot more comfortable if I were just sitting around in a hammock to just unhook the no-see-um bungees and then flip this puppy over. And I've got the same shape with the bug net on the bottom, and I can drop right in. Yeah, pretty sweet. I like this hammock a whole lot. Now, I understand that there are lots of other options in the bridge hammock arena. In addition to the Lawson that I mentioned, there's the War Bonnet Ridge Runner and the Jacks Are Better, Bear Mountain Bridge, and then, oh gosh, there's got to be, the new Dutch Wear Banyan Bridge. But none of those were available locally for me to try out. This one I found in my local REI, which happens to be on sale at this particular moment. I think it was $127 on sale with a 25% off the regular price of $170 or something like that. But this is a pretty good spot to be. The ENO Skylite hammock. I'm recommending it. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Greg. Have a great day.